Hearing from a health expert after the FDA announced a ban on red dye number 3 in foods and ingested drugs.
This comes after concerns the dye has been linked to cancer in animals. ABC 10's Roxanne Elias has the details.
I think there's kind of an awakening going on right now about, concerns about food, ultra-processed food.
Professor Asa Bradman is the chair of the Public Health Department at UC Merced. He's an expert on exposure assessment, and for more than 30 years, he has focused on children and environmental health. He says the FDA's ban on red dye number 3 in food and ingested drugs makes sense.
Red dye number 3 is a petroleum-derived artificial food coloring that's been used for many years in the United States.
According to the FDA, it gives food a bright cherry red color. The synthetic food dye is used mainly in foods such as candy, cakes and cupcakes, cookies, frosting, icings, and some dietary supplements and oral medicines like cough syrups. The ban is in response to a 2022 color additive petition after scientists discovered links to cancer in laboratory rats. Although it has been banned in makeup since 1990, for years it was allowed in food.
Because it's believed that the mechanism that was associated with thyroid cancer in rats wasn't present in humans. So it was judged that perhaps, even though humans may be ingesting it, that it may be unlikely to cause cancer in humans.
But the FDA banned it based on the Delaney Clause, which bans any carcinogenic additive. This also comes after Governor Gavin Newsom approved a bill prohibiting the use of red dye number 3 back in 2023. The professor believes all artificial food colors should be looked at, but says people shouldn't be afraid to eat foods like Skittles every once in a while.
I think people should be thinking a lot these days about staying away from ultra-processed foods and many of the synthetic ingredients.
In Sacramento, Roxanne Elias, ABC 10.
Roxanne, thank you. The FDA is not prohibiting other artificial dyes, just red number 3. Food manufacturers will have until January 2027 to remove the dye from their products, and the makers of ingested drugs have until January 2028 to do the same.